keeping those front tyres alive is going to be a bit of a challenge for our drivers. Racing medium and soft compounder tyres being used with a 6 times tyre wear multiplier, so soft tyres are going to fall away pretty quickly. And of course, as always, single lap qualifying session in these Group 3 cars, meaning it's all or nothing in our one lap shootout.
Let's take a look then at the results from qualifying ahead of race 1. So Yamanaka and Sternberg for Toyota and Volkswagen on the front row of the grid. Then it's Mazda with Kravchenko and Mercedes-Benz with Beauvoir on the second row.
A bit of an upset, however, that for Team Subaru, of course, last year's champions, down in 9th position. So all to do there for the reigning Manufacturers Series champions.
So then to the grid, this is how the drivers are going to line up ahead of race 1 for the Manufacturer Series of the World Series Showdown in the 2021 FIA Certified Gran Turismo Championships. It's Tomoki Yamanaka for Toyota, who starts on pole position. Alongside him, a great lap from Sternberg, the Brazilian driver in the Volkswagen Beetle, is on the second place on the grid. Then comes Kravchenko heading the second row in the Mazda RX Vision Gran Turismo machine, with the Mercedes-Benz and Baptiste Beauvoir lining up P4. P5 is Adam Tapai. He headed the first group in qualifying, as we saw just a few moments ago. He has got SUPRAH for company in the Nissan alongside him. Lining up P7 is Iwata in the Peugeot RCZ. And then next up in P8 is Ayumu Takeda in the Aston Martin V12 Vantage. P9 on the grid is Vigario, the Portuguese driver in the Subaru WRX. Difficult qualifying for them. They're going to hope to turn things around, as will Sugimori in the Honda NSX lining up P10. The final row of the grid is Tatsuya Sugawara then in the Porsche 911. And then Callum Jones making his debut here in the Dodge Viper. So now our first look at the tyres here, Jimmy, with a rolling start. You can see Yamanaka and SUPRAH going for the soft tyre, everyone else on mediums.
I'm interested to see that only 2 people are opted for that sort of fast start strategy, as we call it. You expect Yamanaka to do it because he's out front, but I didn't expect to see it from SUPRAH. So he's really got to get through the field quickly and early. He was going to make that soft compound work at the
being Kravchenko in the Mazda. Let's talk about him.
Yeah, so opted to pit in really early for that soft compounder tyre. End of lap 3, which we sort of said at the time, that's a bit early, isn't it? Is he going to be able to make that tyre last to the end? He did, but the pace started to fall off, so Sternberg in the VW was able to come back at him, able to get alongside and actually challenge the Mazda for P2. But I thought Kravchenko was done and dusted by now, but you can see, even though he had the worn tyres, able to fight back. Really determined drive there from the German driver.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Great side-by-side action from these two, and they were kind of lucky, really, that the race ended when it did, because Tapai and Beauvoir weren't far away.
Yeah, Jag and Mercedes, strong showings from them as well, but that Mazda really having to do the work to keep behind. And here was the move in the end, just a little bit too wide. Those front tyres all worn, all done for the day, and Sternberg finally gets by and takes second place away from Kravchenko.
Yeah, that front engine, I'm sure, probably not helping tyre wear for Kravchenko there. One of the big talking points as well, of course, who we actually hardly mentioned in the race, was Tomoki Yamanaka.
Oh, yeah.
The race
the
winner.
guy that won it.
I know. He was just absolutely unbelievable, wasn't he? Brilliant pace, pulled out on the soft tyres, massive gap at the start of the race, and was never to be seen again, even when he switched over to the mediums towards the latter stages. Came around the final corner, came over the timing line, and took a very commanding victory for himself and Toyota at the checkered flag. Great race there. Tomoki Yamanaka wins race 1 in the Manufacturer Series from Sternberg, from Kravchenko.
Tell you what, Kravchenko did such a good job there to hold on to third place. His tyres were gone, I think, 2 laps previously before the end of the race. Somehow kept it together. I think coming away from third in your first big race in the Manufacturer Series is a really impressive result for him and for Mazda.
Great drive also from Adam Tapai to get the better of Baptiste Beauvoir on that final lap. Let's take a look at the points rankings, and of course they do reflect that race result. It's Toyota on top, 12 points to 10 for Volkswagen, ahead of Mazda, Jaguar, Mercedes, Honda. As you can see, the points going all the way down to 10th position. After race 1 then, shall we? So we can see that Toyota understandably sit at the top of the order, a couple of points ahead of Volkswagen. Mazda also in and amongst the mix there as well, points all the way down to 10th. It's headed up a treat for the rest of the Manufacturer Series.